Test. Testing volume. Testing again. Test. Alright, so this is a Scrim game from the Philippines. So Xplicit Gaming asked me to coach them for one game. So for those of you who don't know who Xplicit Gaming is, they were in
Alright,
the
so this is a
sorry about that, in the Garena League. I believe it's called uh, Pro PGS, so Pro Gaming Series over there. It's the equivalent of the LCS for the North American and the European players. So, without further ado, let's go into their scrim with the University of Philippines. Right, so let's start the game. It says the
Wala nang
Explicit
Hurricane,
Gaming is going to
makaka-create
be
ka na.
on the blue side for this game. I'm gonna lower the volume because we'll speak in Philippines for the whole duration of the game. So let's take a look at the team comps. On Explicit Gaming side, we can see that they have a Twitch and a Zillion, so that's a very deadly combo for late game. So what I'm expecting is to see Explicit Gaming go towards more of the late game. We've also seen a Twitch and a Nivea with both of them having TP, so that would be really good, especially if Twitch goes bruiser mode. That would be really good for them to split push, for the Twitch to be able to stack up items. And as you can see from the loading screen, most of the players were challenger from last season, so this is really not a low level game that we have right here. I believe currently all of them, all 10 players are challenger, but I did not check that before the game. So we have Zac Jungle, we have Anivia, we have Twitch, we have Zillion, and we have Fizz. So from that, with the TP from Anivia and Fizz, what I'm expecting is to see Anivia and Fizz, both of them split pushing the majority of the game to stall for the Twitch to be able to become just a monster ADC. Twitch late game is one of the best ADC, if not the best ADC, to just beat Twitch and be the AD carry and just melt the other team. Especially on the other team, they don't have any real tanks, like real dedicated tank. They would have Ivern, but Ivern is not a champion like Malphite or Rammus, who is just like a tank, and that's the only thing they're gonna do. So Twitch is going to be able to melt the other team pretty quickly, especially with a Rumble who needs to be really close up damage, and that's for that. So what I would like to see from Explicit Gaming's part is for them to just stall the game and don't take any unnecessary risk and just stall the game until Twitch becomes a monster. Late game, Fizz and Zac should be pretty tanky enough to keep the Kog'Maw busy, while Twitch just melts the front line. So late game, Zac and Fizz will be just diving the back line. Anivia actually in this game, unless she becomes really fed in the laning phase, Anivia should only serve as a distraction or as a slowdown for the enemy team to attain the Twitch. So Twitch is the one who will need to step up this game, and it will be fairly easy with Zillion's speed boost and double bomb, and also Zillion's ult. So that's this team comp is really focused towards late game, and with the teleports that they took, it is going it is going to be an easier task than had they not taken the teleports. So let's look. Nice exhaust. That forced the Kog'Maw to not attack for quite a while there. Let's see if he survives. Alright, this should not have happened. Twitch should have walked back down because Kog'Maw did not kill the Twitch, okay? So Kog'Maw cannot input any more damage on Twitch. that means that the only way for Twitch to die is two ways. Either the minion kills Twitch, which is not going to happen because the minions are not focusing Zillion. So either the minions kill Twitch or Karma will kill Twitch. If Karma kills Twitch, then Karma will steal the kill. So that would be better for Xplicit Gaming's part. Um, so Twitch really, after Kog'Maw died, should have walked down and just force Karma to take the kill or just let him walk away. Because I believe that the minions will be killing Twitch in this scenario. Yep. So as you can see, due to the fact that Twitch walked up, the minions were able to come and just kill Twitch for free, giving Kog'Maw the kill instead of giving it to Karma. So it would have been much better. Oh, Fizz died unfortunately. It would have been much better if Twitch just walked down and let Karma have the kill instead. I did well. Unfortunately, we cannot see what happened top, but uh, first thing, nobody should be dying in a laning phase alone. Like, if you're having trouble CSing, that's fine. You must not die in a laning phase because for multiple reasons. So, first of all, you will lose all the experience. Experience is actually more important than money in the early stage because you will not be able to buy any significant items, but your spells is actually worth much more than any item you can buy early game due to the fact that you cannot buy big items in the early game. So in the early game, experience is much more worth it than gold. So you should do everything you can to gain as much experience as you can, meaning staying alive. And second, the early game pressure that you can put is just tremendous. So if you die, you relieve all the pressure that your jungler can provide to your team on the enemy team. So unless there was a gank and you could not do anything, let's say you could not do anything, unless there was a gank, there is really no reason for you to die. If you have to back, just walk back. Accept the fact that you're going to lose a bit of minions, and just recall and play safe. You should never die alone in the laning phase at first. In the first few minutes of the game. Back up a bit.
Yung slow. Ayoko ng parang. Katawa ako sa second kinikin. Ako sabi ko bakta eh. Yaman. Bawin niya.
Alright, some nice damage there.
Dito. Dito promise.
We saw Ivan ganking bot, so he cannot go top before Zac, that's for sure, because Zac did not gank. So right now Rumble should be expecting the Zac. So and Fizz, knowing that Zac is coming, Fizz should be patient. We can see that Zac just jumped over the wall. So there was really no reason for Fizz to force the fight right there, especially because he did not have any flash. So that was really a misplay from Fizz part to just force the fight without Zac coming in. That forced the Anivia TP. This is going to be quite costly because if they end up getting Rumble as a kill, it's going to be 1-for-1, and Anivia would have had to use her flash. So this is really not worth it, especially because Fizz lost so much experience due to dying early game that well, currently they're training 1-for-2, so it's really not worth it. Fizz, like, all of that happened because Fizz was just too impatient. There was really no reason for Fizz to go in first like that. They should have waited for Rumble to come in.
Kinuha niya na yung red ko ah.
Nag-live din yata to eh.
Oo, nag-beg mo.
Currently they're behind. But the game is really not over yet. The team comp that especially Xplicit Gaming, sorry, is really oriented towards late game. So as long as Twitch, like, the only important person is Twitch. As long as Twitch gets the 6 items, the game should actually be fairly easy. Just due to the fact that the other team does not have much to answer for that. Like, they don't have any hard divers unless Talia just ults from afar and squeezes Twitch into her team. But there is really no reason for Twitch to be caught off guard. in the late game, except if Twitch plays not safe.
Bigyan sa top eh.
Hindi ba mamamatay?
Pwede kayo dun.
Okay. I definitely would have preferred if we saw only this. Alright, so we see a lack. Let's rewind that team fight. I was gonna say I would definitely prefer to see only, the sorry, explicit vision field, if I may say, or like point of view. But let's have.
Lagi sa bot. Bigyan sa top eh.
Hindi ba mamamatay?
Pwede kayo dun.
Okay, so that's there. So okay, so what happened is Explicit Gaming was not able to respond in terms of damage, and just because of the fact that that's a misplay from Twitch, and because of the fact that University of Philadelphia just has too much shields compared to Explicit Gaming, so that's the reason why. But it was a nice attempt, to be honest. It was just pretty much just a misplay in the early game.
Nasa-Ivor naman yung kill eh. Di pa ako umuwi ah. Sabi dyan, uwi ka, diretso ka bot.
What's happening? Things should get really more interesting towards the late game, because this is what Explicit Gaming should be aiming for. I don't know if we're gonna get late enough into this, into the, what we're gonna get late enough into the game. But hopefully that's what's gonna happen. So, Zack is coming top.
Ingat yung bot.
We saw Rumble putting down that ward. Did we?
Mawian na.
Actually, no, we did not.
Makati. Yung sa ano, oh. Hindi naman talaga siya. Stupid.
So it looks like Fizz is trying to.
Nawawala yung mid ulit ah. Ingat yung bot.
Wala na yung top. Wala na akong TP.
Fine.
Kailangan mawian na.
Tara. Hintayin mo ako eh.
Zack is currently doing a good job of babysitting a bit the Fizz, because Fizz will need his bruiser items to be significant, or actually be a distraction for the enemy team, because if he's too squishy, then the team comp is not going to work out well. Because if they can just melt the Fizz and then melt the Zack, then Twitch will not have the necessary time to kill off the front line of the enemy team. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Out na.
In this scenario, it was already too late for Anivia to walk down. So in this scenario, we can see that Anivia is walking down from. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. We can see that Anivia and Zack is walking down right now. This is a lot and a lot of wasted time, and a huge waste of teleport. Fizz did not need to teleport down there. They should have just left the turret. Anivia and Zack should have pushed the mid turret, and Fizz teleport back up. So what should have happened is Zillion abandon. Well, Zillion just abandoned the Fizz, walk up mid. Anivia and Zack just keep on pushing mid.
Muna si Jump pag
So yeah, that's what you should have done, because in this case, Twitch pretty much died. There was nothing you could do right there, and you wasted the teleport to be back down bot for no reason. And Anivia and Zack just walked down bot to show up and then disappear. That was a nice kill.
Oy, tingin.
So you wasted a lot of time on there. So instead of getting a lot of significant damage on the turret, you just walked down and wasted time on bot lane.
Tagal nyo.
It would have been very okay actually to trade the turrets from mid to bot lane, because all you want to do is stall, and especially with champions like Zack, Anivia, Zillion, and Twitch, it would be very easy for you to catch targets off guard. Since they have like Rumble, who does not have any built-in escape. They have Kog'Maw, which is like most one of the easiest target to catch. They have a Karma. So catching people is actually pretty easy on Xplicit Gaming's part. So trading turrets for them is fairly good.
Rotate sila ng top ah.
Like imagine if we clear all the turrets on the map except for those in the base, and it would make it very hard for anyone to just walk freely on the map, and that is something that Xplicit Gaming would want to do. Catch target off guard, just build up gold on Twitch, and wait until late game. This is not something that Fizz should be doing because Fizz is clearly not on the level of the Rumble at the moment, especially since Fizz died twice already. Um, so Fizz should not be trading damage to the Rumble. There is really no reason why Fizz would do that. Like Fizz should be just sustaining and trying to stack up as much XP and gold as possible. So this is fairly good. This is fine. This is totally fine. Like right now, well, okay, the Fizz coming back in is not good. But right now they are all five of them are bot lane, and they got 2 kills for that, and they're gonna get the turret. So what you can do right now is like you're doing at the moment: get Fizz to clear top, get Anivia to clear mid. Zac should actually be helping Anivia right now. So you would have traded 2 turrets for 1 dragon and 1 turret and 2 kills. But the thing is, kills will only give gold. Turrets give pressure, so you should be focusing on turrets much more than trying to focus on kills. So that's good. The damage that you put on the turret must have been quite significant. Okay, this should not happen. Like, you should not be getting caught off guard just for the sake of landing some damage on the enemy team. Okay, you're gonna end up trading 1-for-1, but that's pretty much because of the enemy team's mistake rather than because you played well on that.
Okay na yan, okay na nag-flash yung Rumble.
And that is not something that you will want to count on if you want to win more and more games. If you want to play better, you should not wait until the enemy team does a mistake, unless that's how you would win a game. But if you want to improve, then you should just play better as a team and as players, and not rely on the enemy team doing mistakes. Okay, so that TP was excellent, saving that turret, stalling the game, get Twitch going, get Twitch some farm. So that's excellent. Okay, so now they are all grouping up top. We saw Ivern and Karma go up top. So what Zilean should be doing right now is recalling and going with the Nivea and defend top lane. We see that Twitch is going up, so that's okay. So what you should be doing right now is send Fizz bot lane, because Fizz will be able to survive the Rumble. Fizz will not be able to kill the Rumble, but Fizz will be able to survive the Rumble long enough for Twitch to just farm up the mid lane, put some damage on, and then after that they can switch. But right now, all what the team wants to do, all what the team should want to do is stall the game for Twitch to gain some.
Sabing wag na eh. Kulit mo eh.
Ipit na ako dun, nakita mo X ng Teria dun.
Oo nga, sabi ko na nga wag na. Pumasok ka ba kasi?
Hindi na sinabi mo wag na nandun na ako sa person na yun.
Right, this is something that you would want to avoid. There is really no reason why you should be trying to catch enemies off guard right now. I mean, if you get anything free, that's fine, but you should not be forcing this because you're wasting a lot of time and a lot of gold. Because right now, what you could have been doing is Anivia could have been pushing mid lane, and Twitch could have been pushing bot and get all that gold and all that pressure bot lane. Or actually, something even better. Fizz should have went bot lane, catch up in terms of gold and in terms of experience, and Twitch could have defended top lane. with well, actually Twitch could have been just alone defending top lane. Okay, and again, this is really not necessary. Anivia has a really good wave clear, so there's like they're gonna take way too much time to get that turret. So what you should have done is Zac will babysit Twitch top lane, Anivia and Zillion just go mid and clear the minion wave, and Fizz just split push bot lane.
Mamaya na yung feedback na
And this is not what I'm seeing right now. So Zillion just wandered in the jungle for nothing, putting down wards, but we could clearly see the enemy team already in the mid lane, so there was
Tignan mo yung tatak.
absolutely no threat right there. So yep, Zac, Twitch should be top, Fizz should be bot, just for this because Fizz has much more
Magulo na naman eh.
capabilities to escape than Twitch. So Fizz should be bot lane, Twitch should be top, babysit by Zac top, and well, babysit as in Zac just go back and forth in the jungle in case something happens top, and Anivia and Zillion just stay mid to defend the turret.
Push mo lang, i-push mo lang sa top.
Okay, right now, those kind of damage should not be happening because um, if your goal is to stall the game, then you should stay as healthy as possible to clear the minion wave. You should not be trading damage. We can see that Rumble is top lane. You are sending way too many people to get a Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw does not have any built-in escape, so two people like either Twitch and Zillion or either Twitch and Zac would have been would have been just enough. There was really no reason for you to send three people down to kill a Kog'Maw and lose so much top lane and mid lane. You're gonna lose the turret because of that, and you're gonna lose a lot of HP on your turret mid lane because of that. So whatever just happened here, losing two turrets, losing Fizz, all of that was because you were greedy and you sent three people for no reason to go get a Kog'Maw.
Ito, kunin na lang natin to. Nag-SSC yung Talia, mali yung
Again, this is just purely greed. This is only a blue buff. You would actually not even need it, considering the fact that your tier 1 turret is already cleared in the mid lane. It would be rather dangerous for them to keep on pushing the tier 2 turret because you have a Zac and you have a Zillion and you have an Anivia. So it would be very dangerous for them to clear to try to hard push the tier 2 turret mid lane. So you definitely did not need that blue for your Anivia. And again, the blue just costs you a turret. So those kind of trades is really something that you have to change. You cannot be greedy and be losing turrets. All I'm seeing right now is you being greedy for kills and potential kills.
Hindi, yung gagawin ko naman sa ka-shanty yung feed.
Right now, the tier 1 turret of all the lanes are not even close to being destroyed. So that is something that you have to focus on because they have free reign over your jungle right now. Tier 1 is cleared for mid, tier 1 and tier 2 is cleared for top, tier 1 is cleared for bot. They can just really walk into your jungle, put tons of wards and just catch you off guard. So what you should be doing right now is pink up your jungles and just start pushing and get turrets.
Ba't di mo inisyasan kanina?
Nakatingin sa idol.
Okay, right here. This is a wind dragon. Okay, it's gonna give you movement speed, which is pretty good, but really not necessary for your team, considering that you have a very good team to push. You will not need that movement speed that much. Only Fizz would be the one who would benefit it a lot. So what you should do right now is bait the dragon, make them think that you're gonna do dragon, and then go towards either mid or towards bot.
Walang passive to. Ay, walang...
You can see that Talia's top lane, right? So Fizz having his TP, he should have kept Talia there. You guys bait dragon, go get go get mid or bot, and if they turn on you to do a team fight, then Fizz just TP and gets into the team fight. Okay, this team fight is fine, but it's really not necessary. you should not be focusing on getting those kills at the moment. You should be focusing on getting the turrets down so you can really walk into their jungle and just stall the game as much as possible so you can get some items on Twitch. Like look at all the time you're losing chasing an Ivern. Like that kill will not grant you anything. The only person doing the right thing right now is Twitch pushing bot lane. The rest of the team, you should be two people mid lane and one person top lane and the other person just putting down wards. That Rift Herald is actually not even necessary, considering that it's gonna disappear. So instead of chasing Ivern, what you should have done, put Fizz top lane, because the tier 2 turret and the tier 1 and tier 2 turrets are down, so Fizz has a good escape to go out. So put Fizz top lane, put Anivia and Zag mid lane to push, and let Zillion just walk around and put down some wards. And instead of doing that, what you did is you chased Ivern and then you tried to do a Rift Herald that was going to disappear. So that was a lot of time wasted. Again, you are just being really greedy for kills. This team fight is absolutely not necessary. Your mid lane, the enemy team's mid lane turret is almost down. So what you should be doing is focusing on getting the mid tier 1 turret. The
Sayang, pitas mo sana.
Apat kasi ngayon, mamamatay tayo sa
Tatatlo lang yun, hindi apat.
so, again, that team fight was really not necessary. You should be trying to apply pressure on the lanes and stall it until Twitch gains some gold.
Matang buhay. Ay, no.
Def lang, def lang. Give na, give na.
Give na, third tower. Ken. Ken.
It's really stupid by Ivern. Oh, nice one. Okay, got blue. Right now, this is like a perfect moment to be split pushing, or to be applying pressure to get mid. And oh no, please do not do Baron. Oh god, okay. The reason why you cannot do Baron right now is even though the jungler is dead, they have way too many ways to poke you and too much damage for you to do Baron. Like this is going to be a rampage. Like look at that. Their positioning is just perfect for to be able to clear you guys. So you should really not have done Baron. Baron does way too much damage for you right now, and their champions is just perfect for to be able to just obliterate you guys at Baron. So what you should have done is again push, 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 push.
Nag-flash yung Rumble.
So what happened here? The greed of getting Baron not only costs you the Baron first, it costs you your life. Second, it costs you one turret, maybe two bot. It costs you one turret, but what it costs you the most is all the pressure and all the damage on structure that you could have done on the enemy side, and that is really going to hurt you. The pressure that you lost from dying is more important than the fact that the enemy team got Baron in itself.
Pangit ang BR ko natin kanina. Ay, nag-places pala tayo. Ito. Tara, tara.
No, don't. Just stay healthy. You have an Anivia. Yeah, you have Anivia and Zillion. Like, that is a perfect combo to be able to defend. Anivia just double bomb and stun the minions. I mean, Zillion just double bomb and stun the minion. Anivia just clears them with his ultimate. Okay, Twitch should not be recalling at the moment. Twitch cannot do anything to defend. They have way too much poke for Twitch to be able to just move forward and land some auto attacks on the minions. What you should do, have Twitch split push top lane and have Anivia and Zillion just defend the base turret. Zillion should be using his double bombs to stall the minion wave and not use them to stun the enemy team, because you're not going to be able to land any poke on them anyway. So Zillion should really be focusing on stalling the minions instead of poking with his support damage. Right now, what you should be doing is just this is actually not a bad situation for you, because with them having Baron, sorry, with them having Baron, it actually forces the minion to come in. So that's actually free gold for you, because right now they are being 5 or actually 4, and they're just splitting the gold and the experience among themselves. But clearly they will not be able to push again. Why are you trying to fight again? Like, this is really not necessary. You're being way too greedy at the moment. So what you should be doing is enjoying the fact that they have Baron and the minions are coming in. They are sharing XP. So what you can do is you can take that moment when there's no minion to go put down some wards, and just give that free gold to whoever needs it. Like, this again is the consequence of you guys being really greedy and trying to get kills when you really do not need those kills. The kills that will happen during the late game, like again, like, why would you do that? The kills that will happen during the late game is going to be much more significant than the kills that happens right now. Because right now, all you're doing is taking unnecessary risks to get really low rewards, and if it doesn't work out, then you see what happens, right? You're losing a ton and a ton of objectives. Okay, so imagine if you could kill someone right now. What would happen? That person would actually respawn before you could get to the enemy team's turret. So you would get a kill for the sake of getting a kill, which is absolutely pointless, because kills should only happen because you want to be able to get an objective out of it. So if you can get a kill but you cannot get anything out of it, then you are better off trying to get an objective instead, because you're gonna get, yeah, okay, 300 gold, but the pressure is worth much more than 300 gold. So you can see that currently, okay, your situation overall is not very advantageous for you. So what you should do right now is just send one person to split push, and the rest of the team just defends. And the best situation would actually be to send Fizz. So right now, this is actually a pretty good situation for you. Get the turret. Okay, get this mini wave. Do not be greedy and just back off. Oh, Fizz TP'd? Okay, that was really bad from Fizz. So what you should do right now, send Fizz top lane. The rest of the team just keep on defending. Well, sorry, not defending, pushing. Because you do not need 5 people right now to be able to push that. They only have Ivern, which do not clear. They have Karma, which is okay, and they have Kog'Maw. So Kog'Maw can wave clear okay, but with your Anivia and your Zillion, Kog'Maw cannot move forward without risking his life. So what you should have done, send Fizz top lane, send Zac actually, yeah, send Zac bot lane, and the rest of the people just start to push the mid lane. Or you could have, if you do not feel comfortable doing that, then you could have left Zac mid lane, but there was really no reason for Kog'Maw for Fizz to be teleporting in. Right, this is exactly what Zillion should be doing, double bombing the minions to stall them. Okay, this is fine. They only locked the 2 tanks in front, so that's perfectly fine. That's just a complete waste of Talia ult. Okay, this situation is actually perfect for you because they do not have the luxury to push fast, and you can pretty much just stay there and get some free minions. Okay, no, 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 no. This is bad. This is bad. You should not be doing that. Okay. Um. Yes, the two tanks are going to be in front, but look at that. Fizz is not in position yet. Well, Fizz is there now, but Fizz was not in position yet to be able to follow on the team fight.
Ganun dun, hindi ka
Also,
malalim masyado.
um, even though you get the kills right now, look at your base. You are being overrun by minions right now. And Twitch, and again, you guys are being just way too greedy. You're losing way too much for nothing. So you should have gotten those free kills, back off, and defend.
Nakatayo ka lang dun.
There was absolutely no reason for you guys to continue chasing on that one. Like, you would have gotten the kills, but that's pretty much it. You would still need to go back and defend. So by being greedy, you again lost a turret. So you should really stop chasing people and start defending. First, defend your structures or trade them at least, and second, get objectives.
Mag-i-emo pati SS sabay back. Yung pag
Sorry.
ano,
Right now, you see that Baron is up. So what you should be doing is leave Anivia in the base to defend, and the rest of the team should go with Zillion and just set up Baron, or at least set up pressure on Baron by setting up Vision. By having Zac, Fizz, and Zillion and Twitch, you actually have a very good combo to be able to catch people. So if you set up Vision around Baron, it would actually allow you to force the enemy team to come in and clear the wards. So that would give you many opportunities to catch people off guard and stall the game again. The whole reason for you to catch people off guard right now is to either one, be able to get free objectives, or two, stall the game so Twitch just becomes a monster. Because late game you will win 100%. With the two team comps that we have right now, 5 versus 5, there is absolutely no reason for you guys to be losing a team fight. Except if Twitch is really off position. Like that's the only reason why you would lose a team fight. And why did everybody back off? Like, Anivia was okay defending. There was like the rest of the team should have done what I mentioned earlier, which is apply pressure and try to catch people off guard at Baron. Right now, what you did is the whole team just backed off for God knows why, and you just gave them a free Baron.
back tayo, back tayo.
Again, you should not be forcing a team fight right now. You should be stalling. Your two inhibs respond. You are in perfect. You are in really good shape. Your two inhibs respond, and they're trying to push as 5. Okay, this is fine. This is no Fizz should not have went in. Worse, Zac should not have went in. Twitch is not even in position yet. So your two tanks are going in and dying first without your ADC being there to apply the damage. This should not have happened. You should have just been content with them trying to push in, and you guys just defending and getting the gold and stall the game. They could have not. They could not rotate between lanes because you have way too many champions to be able to catch them while they do rotations. So it would be really stupid for them to just rotate between mid, top, mid, bottom, etc. So you should have just be content with the situation and just get the free
Ako napitan
off
dito.
pressure period that they're giving you.
Dalawa kayo ni Ken. Yung panalo tayo dito, panalo tayo dito. Ay, Dol, ganun lang ha. Tan tapos back,
Sige, sige, sige.
pagka CD ulit ang emo, din pasok ulit. Kasi pag kaya yun ang yan mo talaga yung mamamatay ko eh.
Ayaw niya, discard yan eh.
Featuring kasi itong kabukuhan ko ng tas
Okay.
Oy,
Should just give them the dragon, that's fine.
Palitan mo yung boot mo.
okay ko lang ako.
Late game na, di mo pa din pinapalitan.
Wala akong pera pare. Nakarapos ko lang ng dati. Sige, sige.
Which should not like, oh my god, look at that damage. Look at the damage Twitch is applying on Talia and Karma, like 2v1. This is exactly what should happen during a team fight with the Zillion boost and Zillion ultimate and Anivia peeling. Like Anivia's job in this team comp is just peel for Twitch. Like we don't even care if she bursts or not. Her only job is to peel for Twitch. So what you saw right there, that damage that Twitch had, that was the perfect thing for you guys to be able to win the game. So what you should do, stall, let Twitch do even more damage, peel for Twitch. Just Zac and Fizz will actually keep Kog'Maw busy while Twitch clears the front line, and you would win the game with that. Like, just the fact that you have Twitch and you have everything that is perfect to set up what Twitch needs to win the game is like you're not even using that opportunity. You're trying to force team fights way too often.
Gago, teka lang, naano ako.
Okay, Twitch is in the back lane. This is perfect. Anivia's fine. Anivia, we don't even need Anivia to be honest. Okay, the two tanks are in front. This is perfect. Twitch is in the back lane shooting. This is perfect. Right. Okay, this is the perfect team fight that you should have been doing the whole entire game. As you can see, Zillion ult Twitch. Like, you should have been doing this the whole game. Well, actually, not the whole game because at the beginning you have to stall. But whenever you want to have a team fight, this is how the team fight should go. Front lines in front, just keep Kog'Maw busy. Keep Kog'Maw busy, and force Karma to peel for Kog'Maw, and just have Twitch melt the front line, and then eventually you'll just be able to collapse on Kog'Maw and just ace them.
Okay, kaya nilang magbago na.
With how much HP Zac and Fizz has, and with the both Guardian Angels, you should actually be able to 5-0 them. You should be able to ace them without even dying, or actually just use your Guardian Angel, but like, there's no reason why anybody would die on your team, except for maybe Anivia. But again, Anivia is really not important in this team comp, except other than creating picks or just peeling for Twitch in a team fight. So, if you repeat that kind of team fight again, then there is absolutely no reason why you would lose the game.
Baka mag-end ka mga tagago.
Hindi, saglitan lang daw, dalhin nyo.
Agad, agad.
Out na.
Okay, you're stalling the game. This is perfect. This is what you want to do.
Ako na, dito. Dun ka.
Sa isang lane, sa isang lane. Yung Daisy boy niya agad yung Daisy.
Okay, again, the enemy team is grouping. This is totally fine. They will not be able to outpush you with Anivia and Zillion. So this is just stupid from them, just grouping and pushing all the time. Okay, Twitch getting some gold. This is perfect. Look, they cannot do anything to you. Right. Right now, you saw that Rumble was mid, so you should have just grouped and potentially engaged them for a 5v4 for like maybe 10 seconds before Rumble comes. Okay, no, do not force it. Do not go too far. Twitch was actually attacking minions in that team fight. Okay, wait for Twitch to respawn. No, Anivia, no. This is fine. Team fight is going okay right now. What Anivia should do is recall and go heal. No, Zac should not go back in. This is really not good. Like, again, Twitch just flashed into them. Like, you were able to defend, but at what cost?
Wag na. Base na. Mababasag na.
You should have just, sorry, lost a bit of time going to heal, and then just regrouping and just killing them. There is no reason why Fizz should do that.
Sabit mo na, Talia.
Fizz should just keep his ultimate for the
Huwag
Kog'Maw.
lagyan nyo ng
Kog'Maw is much more important than Ivern to use his ultimate on. But I guess
kayo yung naglalagay
till
ng
the
ward.
next team fight, yeah, okay.
Lagyan nyo yung damo.
So right now, what Zillion should do is just put down a ton of wards around Baron to at least get the vision while the enemy team is clearing. Anivia should be defending. Fizz also. Fizz should not have been chasing Ivern.
Sige pare. Mag-item na ako, taga lang.
But again, so far, what I see from the game, the biggest mistake that you have to fix is just being greedy and chasing for kills.
O ingat, ingat.
Dragon, the Elder Dragon.
Pwede na tayo pumalagi.
That's fine. You traded Baron for Elder Dragon, which is okay in your case because what you want to do is actually at this stage of the game is actually use that TP from Fizz to just go split push, and the TP from Anivia also to go split push. And even with Elder Dragon, your damage compared to them is greater just because you have a Twitch.
Pwede kong huliin yung Talia, walang flash eh. Oy, speak.
Oh. That Anivia wall is actually exactly what you should be doing with the Anivia in this team comp. Like, just try to get people separated from their team.
Yung Ivern para ay yung ano, yung sakto yung passive ko.
Sakto din yung ano. Namatay ako.
Okay, final, go back. Yep, this is exactly what you should be doing. Get that minion. Look at the damage you applied on the. Oh, why Anivia? No, do not engage. Okay, that's good. Go back. That's fine. Survive. Okay, that's fine. But had Anivia not get caught like that, look like the amount of damage they put on the inhibitor is so low that we can say that their pushing power is pretty nullified just because of a team comp. So the situation right now is okay. Zac is in the front line, separated from the team, but it's fine. Twitch is in the back. Exactly what you should be doing. Twitch in the back line, just melting their front line. So look at the bot lane. You're applying so much pressure just with the minions, and their pushing power is really not significant. So this is exactly what you should be doing all game long. Defend, let them come in, let them waste their time. Meanwhile, you get Twitch fed with all the minions, and eventually during a team fight, as you could have seen during the last few team fights, Twitch is just a monster right now. So in a team fight late game, Twitch is just going to melt the front line, and you need only one or two perfect team fight, and you're in business. And having a perfect team fight for your team comp is actually not that hard because um, your champions are actually built to do whatever you're supposed to do. So Zac is built to actually jump in their backline. Fizz also. Anivia does not have a lot of mobility, so standing in the backline is actually something that Anivia should be doing. Zillion was just a support, so your champions are actually built in a way that it really forces you to play like your team comp should be playing. So having a perfect team fight is actually not something that should be alien to you.
Oh, di ba? Pwede
May third ka naman eh.
Sino pa assist na sa akin?
Okay. Fish should not be taunting them too much, but that's fine. Okay, right now you see a lot of minions in the bot lane. There's no reason why you should be grouping like this. You should just send maybe even Zillion just speed boost himself, double bomb the minions in the bot lane, boost them with Baron, clear the wave, or actually just send Twitch with a Zillion boost, clear that bot lane and come back mid. And the rest of the team should keep them busy here because they will not engage like without knowing for sure that that not everybody is there. They're not gonna engage. So if you send Twitch being invisible, go with bot lane.
Pipitasin ako dito.
No, do not dive. You do not need to dive. Like you're taking a huge risk for nothing right now.
Uy, yung ano,
Like this could have happened eventually. You did not need to force it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hindi nyo ba kasi ako nakita dun? Kami nyo masyado kasi sa top kanina
Uh,
eh.
wh-
hindi, dalawa lang kami doon.
why did nobody
Sa mid lang.
tank for Twitch?
Hindi, itong may bumak up pa.
If Twitch was
Baka
still
sila
alive,
pag ganon.
you would have actually gotten this turret inhib. You would actually potentially have won the game if only one person like tanked that turret shot for Twitch.
Isa ko lang nagde-defend.
You could have for sure won the game actually on that because you would have been able to catch that Talia, and Iron just doesn't do shit to defend. So
Pag namatay na
you
kami
lost
isa, wag nyo
the
nang back-upan.
opportunity to win the game just because nobody wanted to tank for Twitch. Really not good.
Oo nga, pero nasa mid ka nga. Yung si Jiang nga ang kailangan ko doon. Di na siyang tuloy ako.
I will support ang Ken. Pero
Walang sinabing give.
Okay, right now what you need to do. Baron is respawning soon, so right now what you need to do is
They can defend naman.
push out top so it will slow push in a way that it will reach the tier 2 turret when the Baron will respawn. So right now what you can do is clear the top lane wave until you have 3 minions more than they do. And when that happens, the minion wave would have been at the tier 2 turrets of the enemy team by the time that Baron respawns. And you should have sent Fizz bot lane. You send Fizz bot lane at about 45 seconds before Baron respawn. Fizz comes back to Baron. Top lane is pushed. The rest of the team should have been pushing mid lane. So with the with the Twitch,
Last natin.
Baron would have melted really fast. So that would have been a perfect way to do the Baron for your team. Having pressure top lane, someone has to go defend. Having pressure bot lane, someone has to go clear the wave. You have pressure mid lane that keeps them busy for maybe like 15 or 10 or 15 seconds. That would have been more than enough for you guys to just do the Baron, sneak it actually.
Hindi sir. Yung
Right now you're sending an Anivia without flash against a Rumble bot lane. Rumble just needs to land one harpoon and Anivia would actually be dead. And that would actually cost you the game.
tuloy si ano, iconic.
Not because it's Anivia, but just because that you're gonna lose so much pressure out of one kill for nothing. Okay, this is really good. Okay, this is fine. Anivia is not important. Oh, Fizz is really important though. Might have lost the game right there. Okay. Yeah, I think you lost the game. Yeah, you lost the game right there. Okay. You got Talia. That's really good for you because she's the person that can wave clear, or that can push efficiently. So you traded Talia for Anivia. That's absolutely fine. Anivia is really not important in your team comp at the moment. But you lost Fizz as well. Fizz is the one who's supposed to keep Kog'Maw busy while Twitch melts the front line. So losing Twitch was crucial for your team, in your team's defeat.
Nag-assist lang ako, taga-tigil ng auto-attack niya.
As overall points, I don't care about this. So as overall points for your as overall points for the review of this game, I'd say that you were absolutely way too much greedy. You should have not went for the kills that would have gotten you only gold. You should have went for kills that grant you objective by relieving pressure on the lanes. You should have abused the fact that you have two teleports. There is like not once did I see a very good use of teleport. Most of the time, it's either someone comes late to a team fight, or it's just someone that teleports back to his lane. So I did not see once a good use of teleport for split pushing, and that is exactly what you should have been doing with your Fizz. So you needed to abuse the teleport split push to get Twitch into late game. So as you could have seen in the late game, Twitch does just way too much damage, and your team is built in a way that it really advantages Twitch. So you should have just waited for 5v5 late game, find a way to catch Kog'Maw, and just win the game off of that. You have Anivia, you have Zillion, and you have an invisible Twitch. So there is a lot of ways you could have caught that Kog'Maw off guard. Also, you forced way too many team fights. You should have rotated and get turrets instead of chasing people and just walking around doing nothing. So the team comp was actually perfect for split pushing in the early game and stall for Twitch to become a monster with the Zillion boost and ultimate late game. You had everything you needed to split push and defend. Also, during team fights, Twitch needs to be much safer. There was a few team fights that Twitch played really well, but the majority of team fights, Twitch was just way too in front compared to the rest of the team. So it's either Twitch mispositioned or the rest of the team did not move accordingly to Twitch. So that's a miscommunication right there. You should not have tried Baron unless it's free, like in the late game where you do a ton of damage to it. Um, the enemy team has way too many poke and way too many ways to damage you while being safe. They have Karma, they have Kog'Maw, they have Talia. So there's no way for you guys to be doing Baron when they are just beside. You could have just had you pushed all the outer tier turrets from the enemy team. So let's say you push the tier 1 and tier 2 from top lane, mid lane, and bot lane from the enemy team. You would have forced them to defend their remaining turrets in their base, and Anivia's wall and Zillion's bomb and Anivia's stun would have been really good with the narrow path that they have to defend their base turrets, their inhib turrets. So what you should have focused on is clear those turrets and force them to be in a position that they have to risk their life to defend the turret. And if they don't defend it, well, you just get free inhibs. Though, let's review the build. To be honest, I'd say the builds are actually perfectly what you should have been doing. You might not have needed that Zillion's iron plate, but for the rest, to be honest, the builds were pretty good. So that's pretty much the review. So thank you for anyone who watches this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to subscribe to the channel and feel free to give me any feedback that you would have for the video. Thank you.